Oh. Let's see here. All right. Back. Welcome back, everybody. It's Respawn Rose. We're playing Starfield. Sorry, I just got up from a nap. Um, for anyone who doesn't know, is around 4 months ago, I got back from Egypt. And then a couple weeks after that, I started to. I was tired all the time. I was sore. I had no energy. Um, I was like disorientated a lot of times. I would sleep for like 12 hours, wake up, and then I'd still feel like I needed to sleep more. And then I started to lose weight. And I was like, oh, okay, it's just because, I haven't been eating a lot because my wife was still in Egypt. So when it's just me, I really don't eat much. But then I started to lose weight like at an alarming rate. I lost 20 pounds in less than 2 weeks. And so I went to the ER. I was diagnosed with a hyperactive thyroid. Graves' disease runs in the family. Uh, they finally got me on a medicine for it until I go see an endocrinologist um, for it. And like earlier today, I started to get those symptoms back because I was like trying to wean myself off the medicine because then I started to gain weight uh, really fast. Like I basically gained back all that weight, and I've still been sitting under 170, but I don't want to go over 170, because this issue has already like really destroyed my physical health in terms of like the shape I was in and I am in. So yeah, I just woke up from a nap because even after I was only up for a couple hours, I just felt like so tired. Um, but yeah, here we are now, back into Starfield. We're gonna hop back into it. We're getting ready to go into New Atlantis, I think it was called. Thank you all so much for the support, and let's hop right back in. Oh my God! Exit save, Frontier. See what Doc's saying real quick. Get over and play DayZ. I'm gonna talk to my little brother because he's all about that. It'd be cool if I could just do it like this. Just look at it. Or was it B? All that leaves there. That's pretty cool. That's what the grab is. I, for some reason, thought it was like gravity aboard the ship.
Starship Frontier. This is United Colonies Security. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. No contraband detected. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
Is that my dog? I feel like I'm missing out on a lot by doing this. Yeah, like I was saying, I would love to get into DayZ because you know, I have played Rust. Basically, a lot of my gaming outside of Halo was influenced by my little brother.
Captain, Constellation will be waiting for you at the lodge. I will happily carry.
How do I'm gonna take everything real quick. Is there like a take all? He got me to start watching Frankie 1080p on PC when he was doing Arma 2 with the DayZ mod before it came to standalone. You know, and all that fun stuff. And yeah, I've seen a lot of videos of like it. I mean, I'm sure a lot of it is really bad, like not the game, but like, you know, getting killed and stuff like that. But so many videos out there of like unique experiences that people encounter with on the game. You know, and those really the only time that those games get miserable is when you do not have anybody to play them with. And my little brother has played the game before and has some knowledge of it, so you know. See, this is what happens when you take everything. You just start getting ahead of where you should be. And now I got all this other to sell. Come on, Vasco.
Hey, Bosco. What? No Barrett? Let me guess. Protocol Indigo again?
Your memory is uncanny.
And here's your new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship. And you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need to offload some cargo.
Oh, wow.
The Trade Authority runs a vending kiosk next to my booth. It's just off to the side, near the ramp. Besides that, Jemison Mercantile is your closest shop if you're looking for a bit of everything. That's further in, past the security checkpoint. I would try the viewport. It'll be on your left, once you get into the plaza. I'm sure you can find something you like. Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
Trade Authority kiosk. Dang, I'm still carrying too much? Warning, active
This
launch pad.
unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered. We'll get you settled into your new assignments as soon as possible. For you, Bobby, that includes meeting your new foster parent.
My parents aren't dead. They just took a different shuttle. I'll see them when they get here.
Oh, well, of course, that's sure possible. We'll just...
Helena Chambers, ID SSCOM 1327 HCHA. I was the station administrator. I'll need to report to Mast ASAP for a full debrief. My treatment thus far has been entirely unacceptable.
Any authority you had was forfeit the moment House Varun zealots breached the station's perimeter, and you failed to initiate proper evacuation protocols. Thank you for your service. We'll find you a new position commensurate with your experience. And Mr. Bosch, let me just say how honored I am to meet you. By all accounts, you're the only reason anyone made it out of there alive.
Well, just glad I still remembered my flight basics. It had been a while. So was shooting a gun.
I read all about New Atlantis. So cool! Is it true the Nat train goes 5,000 miles an hour? Or that citizens get special discounts? Or that the whole city celebrates when it's your birthday? Mine's June 11th, by the way. My parents took me to Aquila City last year. It kinda smells. But I don't smell anything here.
No, yes, no, and I will certainly mark June 11th on my calendar. As for Aquila City, well, the air purifiers here in New Atlantis are state-of-the-art.
Ugh, Aquila City? Oh, don't even get me started on those simpletons.
A little unfair, don't you think? Freestar Rangers helped me out quite a bit a couple years back. Got ambushed by spacers near Narion. They assisted, no questions asked. Even helped with some repairs so I could do an emergency jump home. Good people.
In any event, you all must be exhausted. Just give me a moment to coordinate some details with security.
May I help you?
Yeah, I've been sitting here trying to talk to you guys for like
Guess you
5
caught
minutes.
some of that,
Jesus
huh?
Christ.
The galaxy is at peace and somehow seems more dangerous than ever.
Hey, man.
Spacers, House Varun, Crimson Fleet. Everyone
Stay
trying to
strapped or
grab
get
their
clapped.
piece. What happened to the early days, huh? When we just float through the stars and dream.
Well, you know, then the Covenant attacked.
Yep, that I have. Had to dump a load of cargo just last year. Microscopes. Can you believe that? Guess you can sell anything these days.
I just sold a fucking paper
Pirates
airplane,
are a
bro.
tricky
Tell me
lot.
about it.
In space, they're all about the hit and run. They jump in, steal your stuff, and get out of there fast. Keep your cool, and you can generally talk your way out of it, so long as you're not too attached to your valuables. Stumble upon them planetside, though, and their trigger fingers get much itchier. Not what, who. How to describe House Varun? Well, imagine a bunch of colonists who set off into the stars ages ago, disappeared, and then re-emerged as a sort of religious society. Faction, or cult, whatever you want to call them. They believe in some sort of celestial deity called the Great Serpent. Real nightmare fuel kind of stuff. About 100 years back, they picked a fight with pretty much everyone in the settled systems. I guess your school never covered the Serpent's Crusade, huh? We eventually made peace, sort of. Then they just disappeared. They're out there somewhere, or so folks assume. The ones that attacked us, they were the hardliners, for sure. You meet those guys, you run. You understand me? Really? You must have been hiding under a moon rock your whole life if you've managed to dodge those assholes. They're basically a bunch of space scumbags. Fly around, attack, and rob anyone they see. They're pretty disorganized and easy to fend off until they aren't. They're a different beast than the Crimson Fleet. Generally speaking, pirates want your stuff, so they can occasionally be reasoned with. Spacers, though, they tend to shoot first and ask questions never.
Don't we all?
But hey, just stepping out your door is dangerous. What happened was a tragedy, of course, but I've had way more good happen in my life than bad. The galaxy's still pretty wonderful. It'll take more than this to make me think otherwise. Ricardo Bosch. I was the lead researcher on the station that got attacked. It was business as usual until those House Varun crazies swarmed in, spouting their scripture or whatever it was. Even the Marines were overwhelmed. Honestly, I'm just lucky to have made it out of there in one piece. We all are. Now, I just want to get back to work. Where is that woman? Another time, then.
Does that woman have any idea who I am?
Hello. I've never been in a battle before.
Oh my god.
Everyone kept telling me to keep my eyes closed, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're running. At first, I thought it was ecliptic mercenaries shooting at us, but it wasn't. It was these other people yelling about serpents and stuff.
Oh my god, man.
Yeah, it was like, snakes and serpents will eat you all, rah, the stars will squeeze you, rah, or something like that. I think they need psychiatric help.
You're fucking animated, bro.
When it comes to Ecliptic, I know everything. It's not like it's a secret. They're mercenaries, so they work for money. And it's like, for enough money, they'll do anything. I've heard a couple of SSNN stories about them. My dad says they're horrible. Like they can pretend they're working for someone and it's official, so they do anything they want.
Satellite Society News Network, some like that.
Is that really an appropriate thing to say to a child?
Yes.
Anyway, I'm fine now.
The
I hope my parents don't take too long getting here.
May I help you?
Keep it moving.
Good job, you. Who you are? Oh yeah.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please. Okay. No bounty. Clear. Enjoy your visit.
Joke's on y'all. I'm scanning y'all too.
There's just the usual worries. Job, life. Pharaoh that is doing some
gotta be careful here.
Well?
How do I... X?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I accidentally sold my gun. Sorry though, because I got this bad boy. I guess I really didn't need it, you know? Favorite? Need a Kimbo those, for sure.
I saw the trailer for some of their new products and I got to say I am hyped.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little disappointed with the clouds. I don't know, maybe that's on my end.
Everything.
Yeah, that's they don't have settings like certain like settings for resolution or. Hey man.
Thank you. I feel bad saying it, but at the same time, it's got to end.
Sometimes someone laughing at their own joke is what fucking makes it funny. You know what's not funny? Obesity. Little fat.
This is New Atlantis Transit, or the... Next,
We're going to the commercial
it
district.
provides free transportation throughout the city.
Then we'll go to the
We can
maps.
take it directly to the...
I hope this is where I go to sell shit.
An unnamed tracker opened fire on their mark in the middle of a busy spaceport. Although no one was injured except the tracker's target, this newest spate of violence has renewed the call for stricter regulation of the tracker's alliance.
Why?
The alliance released a press statement saying that the mark was accurate and the tracker in question didn't hurt anyone. But if history is any judge, it's only a matter of time for an incident.
Try and listen, bro. Shut
Or
up.
tragic outcome.
Even the Crimson Fleet doesn't trust them.
Yeah, if he shot his target, only his target was injured, nobody else was injured. Like, what the f is everyone freaking out
You
about?
got this.
What's up, lady?
Welcome to Infinity Ltd's corporate headquarters.
Infinity is huge.
We don't get very many
Like
visitors
staggeringly
here.
huge.
Really makes the day crawl by.
Even with your clients.
Yeah. I'm sure a junior assistant is fine.
Oh.
Positive attitude. Sky's the limit.
I can see how you made her cheerleader.
Where do I go to sell shit?
Wow. You look
How can I help you enhance yourself today?
It's me.
Hi, welcome to Enhance. If you're here to try something new or on a whim, or to replicate a look you've seen and loved elsewhere, or just want to love your reflection in the mirror a little bit more, we've got you covered. All our services and records are private and confidential, so no need to worry. Oh my God. You certainly put things bluntly, don't you?
Yeah.
I did. No, I do. I take it all very seriously. Sorry, you just took me a little off guard. To tell you the truth, I made a bit of a slip-up. I may have lost a data slate containing the confidential information of numerous patients.
Bro, really?
Little things, you know, like payment. Information, procedures
Oh
done,
my
age,
God.
birthdays, mailing addresses.
Everything.
Oh no, who am I kidding? This is so bad. If that information gets out, my business and reputation could be destroyed. No patient will trust me again. It's not. People's private information is at stake, ready to be taken by any bad actor that finds that damn slate. And worse, my reputation and business is on the line. Please.
Oh, shit.
Yes. Oh, thank you. And let's see, I frequent the Terra Brew nearby, as well as Whetstone. I also stopped by the Valberg building recently.
Keep forgetting to change my...
Thank you for doing this. You're a lifesaver. Please, come back as soon as you have the slate. Oh, and don't read anything on it. It's confidential stuff, remember? Enhance will be here anytime you'd like a different look.
I came to the commercial district because I need a vendor to sell, guys.
Already stowed. You see that scientist out in front of Mast? Staring at trees. Sounds upset. Whatever it is, it can't be that bad, right?
I guess there's nothing between us and...
Is there a local map? Oh, that's cool. I can fast travel to a ship from here. Now I just need to get a rank up. Okay. Hello.
Now, listen, I have a lot on my plate right now, and you don't look like a new hire stumbling through their first day. Really? You have your own ship? Oh, this is perfect. I have a business proposition for you that could... So you see right through me. You've got a good eye. You are just the person I'm looking for. Well, confession time. I might just be... See, the world of credit analysis, you know, dealing with deadbeats and reprobate. What I need is a ringer. Someone that can collect some of... What I need is... you.
Okay.
If you haven't noticed, and I'm guessing you have, the settled systems is big. Like really big. Someone gets seriously underwater, they skip the system. And it's a real pain to track them down. Sad truth is, we can't track everyone down, so credit analysis always has a black eye when reporting to the higher-ups. Oh, I can tell you're eager. That's good. But we'll start. Yes! So, we got a Galaxy-class con man took out a loan to franchise. Turns out, surprise, it was a scam. And Dieter Maliki jumps system. Now, he's holed up in a literal shack in the middle of nowhere. Can you believe it? The job is simple. Get Dieter to pay. And we don't want him dead, we don't want him hurt. Just close his account like an honest citizen. Well, you may need to lean on him, scare him. Nothing illegal, just talk to him. Don't listen to any sob stories he tells you. Any job I give you, I guarantee there's not some poor sick aunt that needs credits for surgery. These are scofflaws, scum, flagrantly violating the terms of their gal bank agreements. I'll send over all the details. You find Dieter and bring his account current. I hate to end on this note, but, you know, not everyone's a straight arrow. If you cut a deal with Dieter, honestly, I have no way of knowing. But don't expect any more jobs from me. Best of luck. I believe in you.
So do I not come here to open up an account?
If there, I do hope you're taking advantage of our remote. As always, all gal bank transactions are secure.
Good luck out there. I mean,
is it every time you go into a store or something? Like, you just handed quests? There is no... Alright. Kinda... So is there anywhere to sell stuff?
If you need serious firepower,
always makes my
Outland's one of the best.
Well, you're only as safe as your equipment out there. Welcome to Outland. We deal in only the finest, most reliable gear. All of our products come highly recommended by individuals. And while I've never needed them myself, I stand by. No, and no flying for me. Not my style. Goodness, no, I just couldn't. You're out there millions of miles away from anything, and if something goes wrong...
That's true.
I can't stomach the thought. I prefer solid ground under my feet at all times. And preferably a hot, fresh coffee within reach. Can't get those in space either. I do. In this line of work, it's essential, don't you think? Not seeing people come back would not only suggest that they're not satisfied with our business, but that whatever they purchased had failed, leaving them unable to return. I would not be able to sleep at night if I thought that were the case. I hope I haven't... Please do. I hope we have something that suits you. Get it?
Ha! Ha! Oh, 5,875 credits to work with. Thank you. Sell. I'd like to confirm.
Good luck on all your adventures.
Nice. Okay. Yes. This is especially good. I'm not running out of O2 every time I move. This looks like a cell kiosk. Our subsidiaries.
This space is a memorial to those lost during the Colony War. Your consideration is requested. In
memory of the brave service members of the United Colonies who gave their lives in the colony war. These 30 represent the more than 30,000 who fought and died for freedom, honor, and war.
There's a loophole. You just have to register as a shipping service and not a transport craft. Thinking I should just do that.
Really? I wouldn't do that.
Give me the craziest fucking look right now. He's like, this dude hurt me. Everybody on the planet's got crazy eyes.
That's because in Ambassador Radcliffe's head, the Freestar Collective and the UC are still fighting the colony war. We just need to convince her that President Abeyo isn't the same as her predecessors. That an adversarial UC is a thing of the past.
Does Radcliffe even need to be involved?
President Abeyo wants to foster relations, not fracture them. Keep up.
We'll make sure she knows, ma'am.
Good. I'll see you at the 11:30 then. I have somewhere to be. You understand.
Got a strong jawline, miss.
Here we are, the lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside.
This thing doesn't even tell time.
Captain, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Oh, please. Ridiculous. Easiest bet I'll ever win. You really think what I'm suggesting is so outlandish? All the phenomena we see out in the stars, and what I'm saying is the most impossible theory?
You two just go on like this, and I'm banning wages. I'm serious.
We'll play nice. Just a little friendly conversation, Sarah, that's all.
Surprise, motherfuckers, it's me.
We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why
Lara
you're
Croft?
here and he isn't?
Tomb Raider? Is that you?
I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did
How
anyone
did you
see
get
anything?
to choose green eyes?
Hear anything?
I didn't get to choose my green eyes.
We think it's anyone else who pulls one out of the rock for the first time. Why? We're not sure yet. So if you wouldn't mind adding another data point. Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
There. Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly,
Oh, they got like the little skill books.
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
You know, I would love to have, like in the future, you know, yeah, you know, this is crazy. This is a very Tomb Raider-esque, this room. And she almost sounds exactly like Tomb Raider. Not trying to be racist on the accent. But very similar to whoever voiced like the older Tomb Raiders. Yeah, this is beautiful. This little study slash observatory. I would love to have something like this. All the bookshelves. Oh yeah, that'd be great.
That's it.
It just tosses it. What?
Imagine. We thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves...
Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled system.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Still 2,000 credits.
I can explain this right now.
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting. Now would it?
Have the answers.
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
You're gonna around and find out. Keep talking like that.
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
Let's do it.
Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal. Another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building, well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now. We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us. You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifacts to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway.
You set me up with a backpack that increased my overall carry capacity?
Mind your head.
Nice. To level 4?
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
As we all know, these are actually fragments of,
When's the last time you went up to see Vladimir?
one of the halos.
Guess it's
And,
why?
Yeah, these were created by the Forerunners.
Don't know how he does it. Up there all alone for so long.
Some people love that kind of space. Pun intended.
I feel like I've been waiting my whole life for this. Constellation, the artifacts. That doesn't sound crazy, does it?
Fancy compass. An astrolabe.
I've occasionally had my doubts about Constellation as an investment. But now, well, it's clearly money well spent.
As much as I love uncovering new questions, I wouldn't mind a few answers now and then. That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us. Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this. Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something. An energy surge, some other phenomenon. He did. At the time, well, it's Barrett. We weren't sure if he was kidding around. Clearly, he wasn't. Unfortunately, that's what a lot of people report in these situations.
What do you mean? You said there's only me and Barrett who have experienced
this. Just that
this.
it's really hard to determine after the fact. That's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right? Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
Nice. How did that even happen? Like, the cable is up here. Stay. Closing the door button. Probably just broke another controller. Because this controller fell on the carpet. You just jacked the...
We only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us.
See something real quick, because this unplugged.
Well, right now nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition. I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're gonna be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands. I can't be certain that they will, but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out anything that could provide a breakthrough. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep. Oh, gosh. Until you arrived, we only had the... There's still so much we don't know. Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously.
My wife and I have...
Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
I
look.
am at your service, Captain.
I don't know what's up with this dog, but he has not been listening the last couple days. Hey, what are you doing? Huh? I sold all
So
my
this
cards.
is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself, within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
Wow. There's way more back here than I thought. I thought that was like the last room all the way down the hall for some reason.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
Oh, yeah, baby, storage. That's nice. Very impractical, but nice. Oh, look, a copy of Moby Dick. Call me Ishmael. Some years ago, never mind how long precisely, having little or no money in my purse, and nothing particular to interest me on shore, I thought I would sail about a little and see the watery part of the world. And so continues Melville's classical tale of revenge and obsession, for a total of 341 pages. Let's see, and then now we come here. Notes. Oh, yes. It looks great to me. What the f is that noise? Great Expectations, Chapter 1. My father's family name being Pirip and my Christian name Philip, my infant tongue could make of both names nothing longer or more explicit than Pip, so I called myself Pip and came to be called Pip. Charles Dickens' 13th novel is the coming-of-age tale of an orphan boy named Pip as he navigates the agendas of those around him, like the eccentric Miss Havisham. Weapons case? Inaccessible, huh? cherry blossoms. A nice little praying rug. Prayer rug. Exotic wood decoration. Somebody took your bro. Don't know who. Gym? Oh, they got a punching bag? Oh, this is someone's room. This, that's the real question. Xeno Snuggle plushie? Did it just make a noise when I picked it up? We'll take these. We will stop taking all the other shit. Well, we'll take bottles too. Pharmaceutical, that's what I missed. We'll do one. Aluminium. Okay, bathroom. With no shower. Must be Walter's. Asia Mamasa's diary. Seems like just yesterday I was pulled into this exciting new organization, Constellation. We would push the boundaries of human knowledge and experience by exploring farther into space than anyone had before. For all into the Starfield. God, I was so young. We all were, but I was the youngest of us all. Now here we are on the brink of disaster. The colony war may be over, but the settled system seems to just be waiting for the next one. Exploration is now at best quaint, at worst irrelevant. Fortunately, and it was no small feat, I've managed to put together a list of potential new members. They are Irvin Madani, young biologist and physician from the Freestar Collective. Barrett, promising young physicist from the UC, a colorful character to say the least. Alice Campbell, woman of action and pilot, claims to have flown every type of ship at least once. Russell Luther, astronomer and former Freestar Collective military, argumentative by effective. Visalo Chen, philosopher historian specializing in humanity's early days of space exploration. Jin Tao Min, dedicated to finding the truth among the stars. Neon Hitman rumors are troubling. With any luck, this new blood will be just what Constellation needs to keep going, maybe, hopefully. From the personal diary of Aja Mamasa, former Constellation chair. Nice wooden sculpture you got there. Some delicious fruits you got there. You don't need that. You don't need that. I'll leave it. How much is it? $320. I'll leave it just because it's cool. Just because it's cool. Oh, don't need that. Report the Clark Lewis. I breached the hull at approximately 1348 Sol time. As expected, all internal systems were offline. Emergency power had ceased to function years earlier, so I was navigating the ship in 0G. Again, I expected that. Almost immediately, I started seeing the bodies. They were everywhere. The crew, the settlers, all of them, drifting throughout the ship. What surprised me were the obvious variations in the causes of death. Those not in suits were frozen and fairly well preserved, and I imagined some of them actually asphyxiated. Others were emaciated as if they had starved prior to death and freezing. Others had substantial wounding, gunshots, stab wounds. I even found an arm floating amongst the debris, but not the owner of said arm. It was when I got to the engine room that things finally started to make sense. Due to my approach, I hadn't noticed it from the outside, but half the compartment was actually gone, completely destroyed. The helium-3 tanks had ruptured somehow. Sabotage? Faulty equipment? Wasn't clear. But the reactor was gone, blown into space. No helium-3 meant no jumping, no reactor meant no engines, no thrusters. That meant the Clark Lewis was dead in space forever. A few personal logs I discovered only confirmed what I then assumed. Life on the Clark Lewis devolved over the course of the next few years. Some people starved to death, others resorted to violence, even murder. There was even some compelling, though unsubstantiated, evidence indicating cannibalism. For the subtle systems at large, the disappearance of the Clark Lewis is a topic of urban legend like Bigfoot or the Roanoke colony. Part of the myth held that the ship had made it to some Eden-like planet where the settlers had established a kind of utopia. It's a hell of a thing knowing something an entire galaxy does not, holding on to a truth so terrible you're not even sure it should see the light of day. Chloe Bow's extensive 2282 report on the destruction of the Clark Lewis colony ship, which was reported lost in the year 2257, was the subject of much contention within Constellation. At a time when space exploration was already on the decline, Sebastian Banks feared that the horrifying story of the Clark Lewis and its crew would prevent people from venturing out into the dangerous unknowns of space. So, am I hearing that they discovered what happened with this ship and did not, like, report it at all, period? That's what it sounds like. I was just not playing. The following is an excerpt from 2283 SSN and news report about Constellation's near collapse. And although Constellation's relevance has been a subject of much debate amongst the New Atlantis intelligentsia, the disappearance of founder Sebastian Banks was a blow most felt the organization couldn't survive. In fact, Constellation's disbanding seemed imminent until member Chloe Bow changed her vote in the 11th hour, thus ensuring the group's continued operation, at least for the time being, as well as her unexpected appointment to the position of chair. And a credit stick. Or a cred stick.
Greetings, Walter Stroud. How may I assist you?
Oh, no, I don't need anything. Just, checking in. Seeing how you're doing.
At present,
So nice,
all systems are functioning well within established parameters.
Right. Well then, keep up the good work.
Yes, Walter Stroud. I will.
There's a lot of rooms. I would love to find some more lore. There's got to be a hardcore mode. And machine sandwich. Wow, that's cool. I love how they just have it on the shelf. It's not protected or anything. Supply closet. I thought it was gonna be the super fancy room. Played myself. Alright, that's all that. Still haven't even introduced myself to everybody. So that's like a balcony. Okay. Look at that. Wow. Holy shit. Fucking craftsmanship on that boy. Oh, okay. Well, let me go finish introducing myself.
At your service, Captain.
Thanks, man.
Sarah's the best possible person to be running Constellation at a time like this. Focused, no nonsense, and dedicated. Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
It's alright, man.
Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard. By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances.
Where was the spacesuit customization?
You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects. If you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need. We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days. Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you? Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar, in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years. Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here.
I actually really like this dude.
Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the Lodge home, as much as anywhere else. Remember, you're representing all of us out there.
Feel free to help yourself at the bar. I don't drink, but I feel like if I did, now would be a good time for one.
Okay, Wolt's hot as shit right there, so I'm gonna talk to you for... I'll sit right
Curious feeling, knowing that you've seen something that no one else has. That you know something no one else does.
This is all exciting, but there's really a lot of pressure on us, isn't there? We have to get this right. Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us. Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but, you know, if the label fits. Not necessarily, no, but it does kind of have the hallmarks of one, doesn't it? I'm certainly not going to rule it out just yet. That sure lines up with everything else about these artifacts. It's all connected. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts. Second one was on Kazal, buried, the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust? Take care of yourself.
You weren't as flushed out
Well, I
as
suppose
Walter,
that
but
station in orbit has more than paid for itself at this point.
really like Walter.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you, Captain. Now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research. The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning
okay, so we got a
equipment,
little settlement
resource
system going
extractors,
on, huh?
and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment.
Okay, cool.
The scan booster is the most obvious, as it will enable you to detect landmarks and other points of interest from further away. Beyond that, extractors will allow you to collect raw materials of various types, while fabricators enable the manufacturing. A particularly prosperous outpost may even warrant the construction of cargo links, allowing you to share resources between other outposts you have built.
Okay.
A planetary scan will reveal the presence of key inorganic resources, although rarer elements will be harder to find without training. And while a scan may detect the presence of life on a planet, you will have to analyze the native plants and animals yourself to know what compounds they produce. The blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into this ship's cargo thing.
My primary function has been to support and protect Barrett during his travels. I am currently unable to do so. That is as capable as I can be of missing
That's probably
anyone.
a really good camera.
I believe Barrett would find your question amusing. My methods of achieving my primary goals are dictated solely by my programming, and are not subject to the same whims as humans. Even if I wished it, I could not approach it any other way. Also, I am incapable of wishing.
Oh, homie's just chilling with the crowd. That's what's up. Thought he'd be turning it up on the game.
I arrived along with many material goods purchased by the group's previous chair, Malcolm Livingstone. Despite several significant system replacements and upgrades, I have been online for 43 years. Captain, I will proceed to my assigned post.
Manage your crew, review and change your assignments between your ships and outposts. Wow, different crew have different skills which enhance your ship or outpost. Got it. Yeah, why not? Run downstairs, check out who's down here with some nice concrete. Wow, okay, he wasn't kidding. So I thought what he was talking about was the stuff upstairs, but they got it all downstairs. Weapon workbench, research lab, spacesuit workbench, industrial workbench, constellation mission board. Wow. Two dates for Darla. Felix Castillo, Naomi Lark. Why does that look like no? Andy Bar. Wait, is this another plushie? Cuddle sore. Oh my god, Star Pal. Fucking tight. Diggy pick and a sparkling water? Yes, sir. Muzzle and Me. A film by Lincoln Sin. Based on the novel by Catherine Okoro. Cheddar snack crackers. See, all that stuff I sold a little bit ago. Cosmetic supply box. There was some shit about cosmetics earlier. It's gonna come in handy. That's what it's gonna be. Red Harvest lentils. Can I take you? Would love to take that storage box. I wonder if you can upgrade this place. I love when games have that, like the well. Oh my god, like interactive storage spaces. Or not storage spaces, but like housing or upgradable housing, kind of like Skyrim, stuff like that. Let's check out the bell real quick. Might need to make this game smaller. The year's like 23 something and we're still having like this. Still having these kind of like issues and whatnot. Sanitary issues. Disposal issues. Sewage issues. What is this? Oh my god. Kind of bumping back there, not gonna lie. Kind of stuck, not gonna lie. I don't have a key. That's obviously for some futureness. Oh. Holy shit. Okay. Cool. Industrial workbench. Allows you to create basic manufactured components which can be used for building structures for your outposts and crafting mods for your weapons and equipment. The raw resources used for manufactured components can be acquired from plants and moves by starting an outpost and setting up resource extractors. Nice. Adaptive frames takes aluminum and iron. Tenidic manifold. Reactive gauge, nickel, iron. Com relays, ISO-centered magnet, nickel, cobalt. Holy tungsten. Reactive gauge. Zero wires, takes silver and copper. Tau grade rheostat takes beryllium and copper. Okay, well I know for a fact I need some of these. Research lab, I guess this is just like the ship, right? Okay, so it doesn't matter which one I go to, it has the same. That's good. Polymer. Spacesuit workbench, alright. Thought I put on the other helmet. Okay, I see. Same way as Fallout. Don't got any of the upgrades yet for this kind of stuff. Or any of the parts, so I guess it doesn't matter. Weapon workbench. I need to go get I just need to go get material. Jamil TTV, if I hit 50 followers, man, I don't know. Maybe go take a dancing lesson on how to twerk for the stream. to celebrate hitting 50 in affiliate. I mean, I would still have to do the other goals after hitting the 50. But like, you know, I actually don't know how to do it.
So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else? We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others.
Ti, man, that's crazy.
We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question.
I appreciate you dropping in, though, man.
What's out there? These artifacts
my stuff doesn't. It's not even registered that
another great
in.
secret the universe is asking us to unravel. I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways. Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do.
Good luck, have fun. Interesting.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually, but a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising. We have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. Most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resources to extract, territory to defend.
Well, I mean, if you got followers, what's your issue with the
wouldn't mean much to them.
headset?
That's why Constellation exists in a way.
That's what I want to know.
To put pieces like this together. A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull.
Holy shit, I've never
My
even heard
contact
of
is
that.
in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to. You've done this before, eh? Wise words. If we watch each other's backs, we'll be fine. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry. We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood? Hello? I mean, Constellation has a roster of members who haven't always been on the right side of their respective society. We're risk-takers. Some of us have seen the inside of a jail cell more than once. If you join us, it means you're committed to our mission. In exchange, we give you latitude in your choice of means. Good. Let's take a little stroll through New Atlantis, shall we?
Back to being over encumbered, huh?
We need to talk to John Tuala in Mast. Ask whatever you'd like. My parents considered themselves to be enlightened, but their lives were so busy they rarely pursued their beliefs. By the time I was old enough to start questioning these things, the idea of following any organized religion was almost an afterthought. It's not that I don't want to believe in anything, it's that my scientific mind is often at odds with my spiritual center. Having been out there, in the Starfield, seeing all those magnificent wonders with my own eyes, I need answers, not religious theory. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but don't worry. While we're on this journey together, I fully intend to respect your religious beliefs. You mean apart from being the chair of Constellation for the past 5 years? Well, let's see. I pride myself with my aptitude for astrodynamics, calculating optimal trajectories for grav jumping. That's been quite useful in the past. And as far as planetary exploration, my area of expertise is botany. So don't worry, I won't let you eat anything that might put you in the hospital. Exploration is my entire life. I consider it both a career and recreation. That being said, I will make a confession, but you have to promise to keep it between us. Before I graduated from school, I was in a band. And no, I don't mean the school band. I mean a rock band. We called ourselves Ironic Comet. A ridiculous name, I know. But we were just a bunch of teenagers getting together and having fun. And before you ask, no, I wasn't the lead singer. I actually played the drums. The band never really went anywhere, of course, but those were good times, and I remember them fondly. Very well. Next time, then. You can thank Barrett for that, if he's still around to thank when this is all said and done. Honestly, he took this seriously before any of us. It was at his urging that we started doing deep space scans. I will admit, it was something of a shock to see Barrett taking anything seriously. Glad to haul whatever you need.
Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this.
Hello. I will see you at a later time.
Oh god, where did you come from? Well anyways, cut the thrusters, power up the weapons, my fellow space vagabond, and get ready for some content. Drop a like, leave a comment, and consider subscribing today.